Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. My name is KATANA, and today we're going to talk about this very special guitar right here. This guitar is a PRS SE 245 standard, and I think it's a 2019 edition. And what that differs from the regular models that were offered before 2018 and 2019 is this bridge, but we're going to get back to it because the way I want to start my videos about reviewing guitars is always to start from the headstock. But first, I want to give you the backstory on how I got this guitar because it's very special to me. My birthday was coming up and I just had a Harley Benton Telecaster that I owned for a while. That thing was falling to pieces, so I technically didn't have any good guitars. So my girlfriend, she noticed that. She called my parents and my family. So my girlfriend and my family, they gathered the money and they bought me this guitar. So this is very, very special to me. To honor that, I actually got, so let me just show you. This is my girlfriend's name. And I got these three birds, the first three birds tattooed on my arm. So this guitar will never go away. It's my prized possession, and the other good thing is that I love how it plays and how it sounds. It's not that just that it has sentimental value to me, but also plays like a dream. So let's get to it. We're gonna start at the headstock, and as we see, it's the classic PRS design. And the good thing about these newer SE models is that you don't have the giant SE in the middle of the headstock, and it looks just like the core models, except it has a small SE writing right over here. So it's not just SE and Paul Reed Smith. So it looks way better than the older design. So the two most important parts of the headstock are the tuners and the nut. So the tuners are totally fine. They're PRS branded. They're their own tuners. They feel smooth. They don't jump. They don't bind. So everything's all good as long as you string your guitar correctly. The nut, I'm not quite sure what material it's made out of, but it feels like some kind of self-lubricating nuts. It's definitely not plastic. It doesn't feel rough, just like plastic does. And the nut is cut really well. So for tuning stability, even though I said this probably is a self-lubricating nut, I just put some graphite on it, like from a regular pencil, and I do that with every restring. So one thing that you're going to notice about this fretboard is that it's really dark, and it's no imitation of rosewood. It's actual rosewood. So that's always a plus in my book. And I mean, yeah, the bird inlays, they're classic, they're beautiful, and I think it's the best design for inlays in the market at the moment. The frets, they're medium jumbo frets. They feel fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They were polished. There are no fret ends, no fret sprout. And this guitar also has binding on the neck, and it looks, I mean, there's no flaws or anything like that. It looks perfect. It feels perfect. It's just very easy to play. I've never had any issues with high frets or anything like that. They're all leveled as far as I can tell. The profile of the neck is quite chunky. I think it's their wide thick pattern, and I haven't played any Les Pauls with big necks, but in comparison to all my other guitars, this neck is quite chunky. Alright, so we talked about the headstock, we talked about the fretboard, the frets, and the neck. So now it's time to talk about the body of the guitar. Well, technically, the standard line of SE guitars means the guitar is all mahogany. So everything you see on this guitar is mahogany. The neck is mahogany, the body is mahogany, and of course it's multi-piece. As you can see, there's a line right here where it tells that the body is multi-piece. And of course, I mean, this is one of their most affordable guitars in their line, but again, it's classy, it looks expensive, and it just plays very well, and it sounds very well. The other thing that is interesting about this model is the bridge. This bridge, it originally didn't come with the SE standards back in 2017, so 2018 was the first year that they introduced this intonatable bridge. So it has all the individual saddles, and they're brass saddles, so it really gives it a snappy kind of sound, and I really like that because the pickups on this are quite dark. I think the brass saddles, they help a little bit to just give some more definition to the sound of this guitar. So now we're going to talk about the pickups of this guitar, and they're the original pickups, the stock pickups. They come with almost all the SE models, and they do sound okay. I could gig this guitar no problem at all with the stock pickups. The only thing that I don't like about them is that they're a bit muddy. They have a lot of low end, and they don't have a lot of mid punch, but this probably suits a lot of jazz players, and the bridge pickup is very usable for cutting blues tones. I would definitely prefer some kind of PAF pickup with a lot of mid-range, but I mean, these pickups don't disappoint at all. They're perfectly fine. The controls are 2 volumes and 2 tones. They work very well, and there's nothing wrong with them. They have a good sweep to them. They're not like some affordable pots that just go from 0 to 10 and there's nothing in between. So we're going to check it out a little bit later, but yeah, they have a good sweep to them, all 4 of them. My signal chain for today is going to be the guitar. I'm going straight to my Line 6 POD HD500X, and I'm using a JTM 45 amp model on the bright channel and some spring reverb. I monitor all that with my Boss Katana 50 on the acoustic channel with the EQ knobs dimed all the way, and that really opens the Katana up, and it sounds like a good FR speaker. That's going to be a different video because it's rather interesting to see how the first edition Katanas can do that, so we'll leave that up for next week. Enough talking about the Katana. Today's video is all about this beast right here. So let's just flick through the pickups and I'll show you what this guitar can do. Let's jump to the middle position and see what that can do. Let's jump to the bridge position and see what it has to offer. bridge pickup, you really you can get that BB King kind of sound. So let's give it a shot. Okay, so as you can tell, the neck pickup is totally warm and full. The middle position is it's a really good combination, and it's really balanced. And last but not least, the bridge pickup, it actually has a lot of bite to it. So I definitely dig this bridge pickup on this guitar. Okay, so now let's try to add some distortion and overdrive to our signal using Tube Screamer and Boss overdrive pedal model from the Line 6 pod, and see how this guitar will handle it. I got some feedback right there. I'm not quite sure how I got a feedback with Modeler, but yeah, we'll roll with it. Let's jump to the neck pickup and see what it can do. I mean, it's very fat sounding, and it's really good for singing leads, if you will. So let's give it a try. Like the sound of this, but again, I like it here in the room, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to cut through a mix that well. So this guitar probably will benefit from pickup swap. I'll probably do that in the far future because I really want to enjoy the guitar as it is at the moment. So the only issues that I've had with this guitar, they're actually quite minor, so I wouldn't call them as issues. But the switch here, it's not very well made, and it just gets loose all the time for some reason. Don't tend to use it a lot, but still it got loose, and it's not going back to place anytime soon because I've tried to tighten it up, but it just goes back loose again. Another thing that is getting loose all the time is the output jack, and as many times as you want to fix it, it's just gonna get loose all the time. So I'm not quite sure what's up with that, but again, I very much like this guitar, and I love the tonal capabilities of it, and it plays like butter. It's smooth to play, it's very enjoyable, and I love it. I think that will do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I would really appreciate it if you guys like the video, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel, because that really helps. Thank you for all the great feedback that you guys are giving me. It really means a lot. So my next video is probably going to be for this combination, the POD HD500X with my Boss KATANA 50, so stay tuned for that. I'll catch you next week. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great week. Bye-bye.